The Joe Rogan Experience.
Once it's trapped, acid-like digestive enzymes break down the still-living rodent. Come on. How the fuck does that happen? To better explain the whole process as well as the life cycle of pitcher plant, there's a video by David Attenborough. The poisonous pitcher plant. You can find that. The private life of plants. Plants are so fucking complicated.
Yeah.
It's so fascinating. They just develop. Like, that's one of the real gigantic problems that people have with the deforestation of the rainforest is there's stuff down there that we haven't even figured out yet.
Yeah.
So little of it has been explored. Did you see that new thing in Guatemala where they're going through the jungle and they found thousands? They have some new technology where they can like see
it's like sonar
structures. Yeah. And they found thousands of unknown structures.
Yeah.
Like building cities. Like
right.
There used to be some sort of a thriving community in there.
Yeah, and they say that it disproves a lot of theories about where things had developed at what rate. They were so far beyond what we thought they were in terms of irrigation and things like that.
I mean, it's so weird because we only live to be 80, 90 years old, right? And in that time, you barely have enough time to figure out what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
Your own life. And you're like, hey, what's that stone wall over there? It's always been here. Like, nobody knows. The ancient ones. The ancient ones made it. And then you die, and then your grandchildren hear the same story. Oh, the ancient ones, they built that wall. And then someone comes along in like 1990 and goes, hey, who the fuck are the ancient ones?
Yeah.
Like, let's start doing some digs.
Yeah.
Thank God for archaeologists and all these people that are out there with toothbrushes and shit.
Sitting there in cargo shorts with a fucking toothbrush for days.
For days. Just scraping at things, trying to find little bits of pottery and shit.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Radio Lab that came out last week?
No, I did not.
Smarty Plants.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's going to freak you out. It's only 30 minutes long. It's a really easy listen, but there's a couple cool stories. They tell, like, plants might have memory, for instance. And they
they definitely know that they communicate. They allocate resources to the more needy amongst them.
No kidding.
Yeah, they have some sort of a symbiotic relationship with fungi, where the fungi, the mycorrhizal relationship between certain plants and fungus, the plants and the fungus like exchange nutrients. You know, fungus actually breathes air. Did you know that? They breathe air and exhale carbon dioxide like an animal. And then plants breathe carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen.
Huh.
Fucking madness, man.
Yeah.
Plants are a life form. And we have this thing in our head that because they don't move, they must be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But they're in some way communicating with each other in a method that we don't totally understand.
Yeah.
Which fucks vegans hard.
Yeah, right.
That whole self-righteousness and all the craziness that comes along with being a vegan and cruelty-free.
Yeah.
Not to those screaming plants that you can't hear because they scream.
Salad!
They fucking scream, man.
Right.
They make noise. Like they know when they're being eaten. That's one of the weirder things.
Yeah.
Like when they not only do they know when they're being eaten, if you play sounds of a caterpillar eating leaves next to a tree, some trees change the composition, like the taste structure of the way the plants taste to animals. They become like, what's the word? Unpalatable. They taste disgusting.
Wow.
They're inedible. Like, so these giraffes starve to death because upwind, certain giraffes would be eating, and then the wind comes down, and through either a smell or sound or some method of transportation or transmission that we're not totally aware of, everything downwind is changing its flavor, and it becomes disgusting to the giraffes.
Wow.
It's fucking nuts, man.
That's amazing.
They're like, someone's eating us. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But it's what's crazy is it's not just something biting into it. It's the actual sound of it.
Yeah.
The sound of it triggers it.
All right.
That's what one of the things they talk about is that's how they find water.
Oh, yeah. No, I've read about that. They hear the sound of water and they grow towards it.
Really?
What's crazy is they've played recordings of the sound of water and plants grow towards the recordings. Wow. So what the fuck is going on with those things?
So they have auditory canals. There's some...
They said the roots have a very similar hair-like follicle like we have in our ear, which is how you actually hear. You're picking up vibrations on the hairs, and that's what their roots are made up of. Tons and tons of tiny little fiber-like hairs that become a root.
Fuck.
Wow.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
And the difference is if I eat an animal, it's been killed and I'm eating the dead flesh. If you're eating a salad, some of that shit's still alive.
Yeah. Maybe that's okay. Maybe it's okay. I mean, here's the thing. Maybe it's all okay. But we have this idea that some life is more important than other life.
Yeah.
Intelligent life is more important than non-intelligent life.